Former EU Parliament candidate from Finland says that the West must abandon its warmongering strategy and instead focus on peace. He wants that NATO would be incapable of countering Moscow's most advanced weapons.
NATO Secretary Rutte admit that Russia is capable of launching hypersonic missiles all over EU main cities without NATO having the technology to intercept those missiles. Despite knowing this, instead of investing in diplomacy, we're investing in weapons and a war that Ukraine cannot win. It tells you how insane our politicians have become. Those missiles travel 5 times the sound of speed, and we don't have technologies to stop them. Dear Putin, on the name of all Europeans, we do not want war.
Well, lucky for us, we're joined live by the man himself, Armando Mema, a Finnish politician and the former candidate for the European Parliament. Thanks a lot for joining us on the program, Armando. Now, why do you think that Western powers refuse to see negotiations with Russia as a way to end the conflict?
The more the conflict continues, the more it tells that this war is all about the interest of the financial elite. Especially European leaders, Ursula von der Leyen or the other EU leaders, seems to not represent anymore the will of the European people. They seem to be rather focused on pouring more weapons to Ukraine and doing things that are against the interest of Europe. Europe itself was born after Second World War to avoid another tragedy like it was the Second World War. But it seems that our current elite is focused to do everything in the opposite direction. Frankly, this shouldn't happen.
Well, you said on social media that the EU leadership wants to expand the conflict with Russia. Now, considering the fact that many experts have said that essentially Russia's already at war with NATO, seeing that Ukraine is using NATO-supplied weapons, there are European mercenaries in Ukraine, they're getting tons of European and U.S. money. What do you think? Do you think that the EU could survive if it goes to war?
Let's take, for instance, the words of the Minister of Defense of Italy, Crosetto. He said live on television to the Italian people, he said that in case of a conflict, I won't be able to defend Italy from those missiles. And also the Secretary of NATO itself, he said that we have to be extremely careful with Putin because those missiles can reach Amsterdam, London, or Rome within minutes. So despite knowing this, they continue the agenda of fueling the conflict. And, also Zelensky recently said that Russia could be attacking Italy. But considering I know very well the relations between Italy and Russia, and I can certainly say that Russia does not have any intention to attack Italy. And I want also to exaggerate saying that Italy may also be a key player into peace talks with Russia for the war in Ukraine. So it depends. Now the ball is on President Trump, that after the meeting with President Putin in Alaska, he seems to have changed strategy, and it seems that he has some really bad advisor and the administration telling him some unrealistic things, such as that Ukraine can win this war. So I think he should change his advisors, and he should get people telling him the truth that Ukraine cannot win this war. And moreover, I think President Trump gave the word to American citizens that he will end this conflict in 24 hours. So I think President Trump should maintain his word to the American people.
Well, pretty much since the beginning of this conflict, Zelensky's been constantly asking for more and more weapons, speaking of missiles, as you mentioned. And now is no exception. I mean, he's asking for longer range missiles. What do you think Kiev is going to use them for?
Well, we have seen in the past 2-3 years from Kiev that the main targets seem not to be the military, but also civilians. So This, unfortunately, in our media is not said loudly that sometimes Ukraine target civilians, and this shouldn't happen. So my fear is that the Russian people would be outraged if this were to happen with the long-range missiles. And what's going to happen next is that there is a very high risk of an escalation, and that Russia may use tactical nuclear weapons. So, frankly, we are doing everything going to the wrong direction. We should not put Russia into the position of using tactical nuclear weapons. We're not taking seriously the whole conflict, and we keep repeating, oh yeah, it is nuclear threat keeps repeating and repeating, but at the end of it is Ukraine who is risking to get nuked. So we have to be very careful, and we should promote diplomacy instead. But as I said, the current elite are there to represent the financial oligarchy. So they want this conflict to continue for many years, so they can continue to put money into the laundry machine, on selling weapons and who knows what.
All right, Armando Mema, Finnish politician and former candidate for the European Parliament. Thanks a lot for joining us on the program.
Thank you.